Hello my friends, and welcome back to The Long Dark, Wintermute, the story mode of The Long Dark. My name is Sprocket. Currently we're here at Thompson's Crossing in the community hall, where we have many survivors of a plane wreck, and we're trying to help them in some way or another, including trying to find some that never made their way here. There's quite a few that are scattered around the map. And in the last episode, we were tasked with a new objective. We need to try to gather fuel and food and survival equipment and place them here in the kitchen. I believe that is here in the storage cupboard. So we've got a list of items, antiseptic type items, calories from food, firewood, bandages, kerosene, antibiotics, or reishi tea, distress pistol, and pistol shells. Many of these items I'm actually going to need in my quest and my survival efforts, but I'm going to get as much as we can and try to stockpile them here. I did unload just a little bit of my own items here, which we may put in the storage cupboard. But there's one problem I have right now, which is our clothing. In the last episode, we were relentlessly attacked by timberwolves and a bear. And some of our clothing has taken quite a hit. Our gloves and our hat here. So I do need to get some cloth, which is also going to help us to get some more bandages. Currently we have five bandages and one container of antiseptic. So I might take just a minute and try to get our gear repaired. I only have one piece of cloth, however. So I may head out and try to get some cloth. And look at this. We have a new emergency kit that has just appeared with a distress pistol and multiple flare shells. I wonder if that was a gift from Molly right here by the telephone. By the way, can I call her? No, I can't. Okay, well this is actually really good because that was one of the items that the survivors need. I might, you know what, let's just take all of them and I'll put the gun and maybe some of the shells in the cupboard. But I do want to hang on to some of these in case we run into that bear again. So let's see, we got 2 pistols now. Let's put this in there. That has completed the objective there, distress pistol. And then we've got 15 shells. I may as well do 4 of them. That's not a problem. So that... Oh wait, why didn't I accept that? Distress pistol shells, 0 of 4. Okay, now it's got it. Did that work? Yeah, it seemed kind of buggy. We're at 3 out of 4. Let's do one more. Very strange, guys. I don't know. It's a little buggy. I noticed in the last episode, those timberwolves were really... I'm just going to leave it at 3 for now. Yeah, those timberwolves were really buggy. The bar didn't show up for their attack, and I don't know, it just was not a good situation. But we managed to survive, I think, on a little bit harder settings than we needed to. Okay, sounds like there is a storm outside. I'm also a little worried about the timberwolves. Last time I went outside like this, I did get attacked. Okay, we've got a full-on blizzard. Use your map to locate areas where the survivors might be. Yes, we have multiple bodies located around the map. It's going to be quite an adventure trying to get them back. Okay, I do need to get into one of these houses, I think. Just so I can get some cloth. By the way, have I missed searching this? I didn't put the hood up. It's not the greatest idea to come out in any blizzard. But I do want to try to get some cloth. And then I can do some repairs while the storm is passing. Okay, nice. We made it. I'm also curious what... Oh, look at this. I got some matches I left behind.
Can use this.
I'm curious what all, if anything, I left behind when we came here the first time. Okay, I'm just going to break these down. We'll use our hand. So we do have to wait out this storm. You know, I have to make so many bandages. You know, I think I will use my knife. 68% though. I wonder if I have a sharpening stone. Alright, let's get our clothing fixed up. Sort by condition. Okay, our pants, snow pants are in terrible shape. Let's see if we can fix these up. And I want to get Astrid's hat is also another good one. This one here, and the mittens, pretty low. We need some leather for our boots. Man, these things really took a hit, didn't they? Now, fortunately, I do think that the map has been pretty generous. I don't think we'll have a problem finding all the loot that we need. So I don't have to be, like, super careful. Okay, let's get this red hat repaired. %. Ooh, sounds like the storm is lifting, so that's good. See if I can get these boots fixed up. 87%, great. Much better. I probably need to get our coat fixed up. Let's grab just a few more cloth items. So I would like to make my way up to the cave with the waterfall. I got a comment from you guys that I left something there. I forgot to search those bodies. I was probably preoccupied. It's such a sad scene. We got that couple having their last drink together, and they died frozen together. But apparently they have something in their inventory that we could really use. So I'll head up that way. And then there's a body that we need to recover up there as well. Let's get our long johns fixed up. I've noticed that the weather here is much colder than in the previous Wintermute episode. So having our clothing in good shape is actually going to be very helpful and important, I think. Okay. I should have paid attention to how many medical bandages we need. I'll take a little bit more cloth, but I probably need to bring some of this cloth over and leave it for the cabinet for our survivors over there. Okay, I'm going to get the gun out just in case. Okay, it's turned out to be a beautiful day here at Thompson's Crossing. It'd be nice if those wolves were gone and out of the picture. Alright, let's head back. Let's head back inside. I do want to check on the medical situation here for the bandages. We do have that bedroll we could break down as well. Okay, how many bandages do we need? We need 10. Oh, man. Okay, well, what I could do is drop some of the cloth here. I do want to keep the bandages I currently have. How much cloth did I bring? 13. Okay, we're going to drop 10 of those. Yeah, I'll drop 10 of those. I'm curious, when I make a bandage, it makes 2 out of every cloth, actually, so I only needed 5. That's alright. Okay, we should have plenty of food and water as we set out here. I'm just going to check one last time to make sure we have enough water. 1.72 liters, so I'm actually going to grab a little bit of water. And then I think we can set out. So my objective, we're going to head north along the road here. I wonder if I could, maybe I should just go straight north. Well, we will encounter that body, but up here is where the cave is, and we could also swing by that cache. There might be some good items in there. And also, we never completed the objective here at the cabin. Anyway, let's get started. We'll head north from here. Let's get out our gun. Okay, let's get our gun out. I would head straight north, but I'm afraid we're going to trigger some wolves. Like, I imagine there's going to be wolves surrounding the body that we need to recover. So I think instead, I'm going to stick to the river, maybe. It's also possible that we could grab some cattails. By the way, it seems like it is a much warmer time. Maybe because we fixed our clothing up, or the weather, or both, but we just barely have the cold arrow going down. So I think we'll be able to make it a lot farther now that we've got warm clothing and time of day. Okay, so timberwolves. I was wondering as well, I shot quite a few timberwolves in the last episode. I wonder if they respawn, or if once they are dead, if they are like gone. That would be really nice if we didn't have to encounter the same wolves over and over. Also, I've got a problem because we're out of the blue the blue distress flares that keep the wolves away. I've got a little bit of hunger. Maybe I should have eaten before we left and gotten a drink. But I can see why people want to live here, because this is a beautiful valley. It really is pretty amazing. It seems like the weather here goes bad so quickly, though. So frequently that you get blizzards here in Pleasant Valley. Kind of an ironic name, I guess. Okay, we've got some cattails here. I just had a thought. We did shoot that bear, and that bear could provide quite a bit of calories. If we come across the bear, I wonder if that food would count towards our calorie store. I bet it would. I'm going to grab these. One nice feature I'm really enjoying about the story mode is that we can use the map to kind of see our location. So I'm going to check the map in a minute and see where we are. I maybe should be keeping the cattail stalks. I've been dropping them, but actually we're good. We've got 7 tinder plugs. I think we're okay. Alright, let's check the map. I've already made a big progress. Need to keep going north, though. I'm kind of hesitant to go close to these cattails. I'm afraid it's going to trigger wolves. Because I think we are getting kind of close to the body if we head over here. But I do want to grab these. Let's grab the cattails. So cattails never go bad. It's such a good item in the game. I might do a little bit of jogging. Okay, it's getting really steep here. I might want to try to get up and around these rocks. Was that a cave? I can't tell. It might be a cave here. Actually, you know what? We could probably get up right here. Just a little bit worried it might be a bear cave. But maybe there's something in here. It'd be nice if there was some loot we could grab. And we've got the fire over there. One other thing we need is fuel. Yeah, this coal actually might be very helpful. I've got a bed in here.
I'll do
Okay,
anything for a drink right
this
now.
actually is really helpful. If we need to take that body here, we've got a bed where we can place them. Let's get a drink. Yeah, this is kind of a nice, quiet place. If we do need to seek shelter. Okay, we need to get reishi mushrooms, I think, or antibiotics, one of those. I think we're okay on the rosehip side of things. So let's check the map. I think I want to get the items behind the waterfall before we head over that way. But Skeeter's Ridge is one of the objectives. Okay, I hear crows. Oh, they're just flying. Okay. Alright, wolves, leave me alone. I don't want to bother you. Let's check my direction here. So what would be really nice is if we had the sled, the travois. That would make getting all these items so much easier. Okay, we're getting close to the waterfall, but there are wolves here. Is it a timber wolf or just a wolf? Oh, I see multiple.
I could eat a horse.
That didn't even scare them. I'm afraid these are timber wolves, guys. It's not good. He's getting closer. These bullets are not scaring him at all. Okay, that scared him. I may have got a hit on him as well. You see any blood? I gotta be careful aiming like that because it can trigger a charge. I'd prefer to shoot from the hip if I can. But I did want to try to get a hit on him. Okay, we made it to the cave, and one of the items we need to get are some reishi tea or reishi mushrooms. So I may grab these. It's like those have already been harvested. So let's check over here. Grab these. You know, and it's very likely we'll find enough pills that I don't really need to worry about these. But since they're here, I'll just grab them. Alright, let's head inside. Go behind the waterfall. Okay, looks like I did leave a bunch of items here. I wonder if I left any blue flares. I'm just going to dig through here. Yes, I got another blue flare. And, you know, I'm going to take the coal. We don't need painkillers. I may grab some of this coal before we leave, but I'm glad we got that extra blue flare. That could potentially save our life. Alright, we're going to make our way back to the waterfall and see what I left. This time I will remember to take my clothing off first so I don't get all wet. Got a tight crawl space. So I wonder if these people who are back here, were they trying to get away from something? Or were they exploring? Let's take our clothing off so we don't get all wet.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, here we go. It's gonna be cold. Oh, yeah. Okay, here they are, guys. I did forget to search them. Hunting knife. Nice.
It's too cold to think.
Wow, that is huge. Moose Hide Satchel. That was absolutely worth coming back for. Incredible. Okay, yeah. Sorry I missed that. Astrid, I'm so sorry. That's going to be so cold. Alright, let's get our clothes back on. Try to get warm as soon as we can. Okay, yeah, that Moose Hide Satchel is going to allow us to carry more items. Actually, let's put those in reverse order. There we go.
Right now.
5 extra kilograms of carrying capacity with the Moose Hide Satchel. It's 98% wet, but hopefully it will thaw out. But yeah, absolutely, that was worth coming back for. I'll grab that just to carry it to the entrance. So I was heavy before we picked up the Moose Hide Satchel, and now we're lightweight. Of course, I'll quickly remedy that by picking up items. I'm going to bring these to the entrance. So thank you so much for that comment, guys. Alright, so next stop, I think I might swing by the bunker. Because now that we have this objective to get all this this loot back to the Thompson's Crossing, I wonder what I've left behind. I'm also wondering if I should swing by the plane wreck. There's so much food there. That would be a very quick way to get all of our food, I think. Okay, yeah, we're still lightweight. We are hungry, though. I do need to eat. Let's put our lantern out. Let's take a look at our food situation. We've got this MRE. I'm going to eat that. Got some jerky, looks like. Candy bar. May as well just fill up. We also have the cattails I've been harvesting. Okay, nice. Let's get a drink. I'll stop right there. Okay, now where is our exit? There we go. Let's make our way over to the cache. If the rabbit meat wasn't smelly, I'd probably grab it. Anyway, let's see if we can avoid these wolves as we make our way back to the bunker. Oh, great. And I got a sprain right at the same time. That sucks. So I can't sprint. Okay, here's a bunker. Okay, I'm worried those wolves are going to be there right when I come out. Maybe I should have shot to scare them away. But I do need to patch up my sprained ankle. What did I leave in here? Got some paper. Empty. There may not have been very much here. Yeah, there's really not a lot here. We got some Go energy drinks and another gun. They don't need a gun, right? We don't need to bring that. 71% condition, though. Is that better than our gun? 81, okay. That is quite a nice item to leave behind. Now, the Go energy drink, maybe I should grab these. I should start using those more. Empty, searched. Okay, now does this count as kerosene? I don't think it does. Let's get our lantern out. Just have a look around. And we left some water here. That's good. Grab that. Empty, empty. Grab the cloth. Got some miscellaneous items here. What's in here? Painkillers. Sure, I'll take them. I probably could use one right now. Okay, now oh, here we go. Kerosene can. 1.5 liters. That is really good. We do need that. And some lantern fuel.
I wonder if I can drink.
Okay, nice. I'm going to put out our lantern. Oh, was that food? We do have food. I missed that. I walked right past it. Let me get the lantern out again. That is really good. We could use that either for ourselves or for the survivors. Okay, I'm gonna take the cleaning kit, I think, as well. Let's bandage up our ankle. Actually, let me check the time. You know what? Let's just sleep. That's gonna make those wolves go away. I think they will de-aggro and they'll probably leave us alone. But before we go to bed, I'm gonna eat a little bit. Get a drink. That's also gonna heal our ankle. If we get a nice rest, it's going to heal our sprain. I do want to get these boots, though, to harvest them, because I think we used our last bit of leather. Yeah, let me just check. So, yeah, all we have is cloth. We did use our last piece of leather, so I'm going to harvest these for leather. Seems kind of a shame, because they are 98% condition, but I'd prefer to keep the boots we have. An hour and 30 minutes. All right, let's go for it. I think we'll get 2 leather for that, won't we? Because there's 2 boots. No, we only got 1. Okay. Well, let's drink one more time, and then we're going to sleep. We'll rest up, get our ankle healed, get those wolves to de-aggravate. I'm going to go for 12 hours, I guess. That should bring us to just about morning time, I think. Maybe we'll do 11. Let's do 11 hours. I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, good morning, everybody. We've got a little bit of daylight today. I'm going to eat up some of this food. Hopefully I don't get sick eating this. 77% sardines. I think we should be okay to eat those. They're above 75. Dog food is a little bit sketchy. Okay. Trying to decide if we want to go back to the plane and grab all that food. Let's get our gun out just in case these wolves are here. We'll load up. Okay, the wolves have disappeared. Wonderful. That's exactly what we need. Okay. I'm glad that wolf didn't attack me while I was opening the hatch. Okay, I'm going to go around the hill here. I think I will try to just swing over to the airplane. There's so much food we left there. We'll just grab all that food. And then we can... the next part of the quest is we need to go to that the church stolen artifact. That's going to be right by where we come out from the airplane crash, I think. We've got a dead wolf here. This is... Oh no, it's the fire. Okay. As it was rendering in, it kind of looked like a dead body. Got more matches, more clothing. Okay, we don't need this stuff. I might take it to the cave. I'll take the firewood to the cave. By the way, how many sticks do I have? Got 6. Okay, that deer is scaring me. The noises he's making. I actually would have preferred to scare the deer ahead of us, just in case there's wolves ahead. Also, we never did check Skeeter's Ridge, did we? Basement over here? Maybe I should check that. Got a dead body. Maybe it despawned, because the feathers are here. Okay, we're back to the plane wreck. I think I'm gonna go to Skeeter's Ridge here. And possibly we can go over the little hill. That will allow me to avoid going through the airplane. But I think there can be wolves up here. Keep our eye out. Yeah, it looks like a fire raged through here and burned down some of the buildings. I'm surprised one of the quest items is not birch bark tea, because that is actually very helpful in healing the survivors. Got a pry bar.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I'm gonna take the mittens, because I can't remember if we fixed up our mittens. Did we? I think our mittens are better, actually. Yeah, we had the wool mittens. Okay, so I'm going to drop these. And our boots are wet. Why are my boots wet? Seems like there are always wolves over here. So I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, new location discovered, Skeeter's Ridge. So far, so good. No sign of the wolves. So we do have a little bit of loot here.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we do need those items. Can we go inside? Yes. Okay, nice. New location, basement. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to put the gun away. Should be safe down here, I think. Got some food, soda, more fuel. Pleasant Valley History, Part 3. Okay, let's read that. With the onset of the collapse, Pleasant Valley locals didn't notice the brunt of change all that quickly. Being so accustomed to remote living already, it took several years before life shifted in any dramatic fashion. Residents did begin to notice the growing scarcity of the few creature comforts imported to the island. But connected as they were through regular reports from the Regional Weather Service radio station, their post-collapse isolation took some years to set in. Okay. Take that.
Never know.
Got some stale peanut butter. We'll take it. Every little bit helps. Ketchup chips, condensed milk. Wow, this is actually quite a bit of food we're finding here. I'm going to leave the tablets.
This stuff will come in handy.
Antibiotics. Now, those are good. I'm going to leave the sewing kit. I've already got so many. I've got a bunch back at Thompson's Crossing. All this food is good. Another flare. I will leave the flare. A hatchet. Okay. Well, what condition are you in? 77. I'm going to take it. We'll compare it to my other hatchet. Also, we did pick up a hunting knife, which we now have a duplicate of that. So I can pick which one we want to keep. Let's check over here. What is this? Got a sweatshirt.
This will come in handy.
I'm going to leave all that. Okay. I think we've gotten everything here. Let's take a look at our hatchet and knife. So we're going to leave the 54% knife. And then we'll drop that. We don't need the extra can. Where's the hatchets? There we go. We'll leave the 77% hatchet. And we don't need the destroyed firearm cleaning kit. That must be the one I picked up. Huh. That was probably already destroyed. Okay, I think we should have plenty of fuel. We only needed 2 liters. Here's 1.5 liters plus those two are plenty right there. So I probably can drop. Should I drop one? I should refuel my lantern actually. Okay, nice. Let's head out. Actually, I want to check our fire situation. I probably have too much fuel here. Yeah, I was going to drop this in the cave, wasn't I? It's a bit heavy. Maybe I'll just leave it here. I think I'll focus on firewood later. Let's just do that. Okay, I'm wondering if I can make it over the hill. That's really where we left all the food. I'm going to check this building really quick. Let's see if there's anything here. There's something. First aid kit.
I think I can use this.
I'm not going to take those. I will take the food. Alright, let's climb over the hill. Be nice to get all this food taken care of for the people back at Thompson's Crossing. Now, I don't know if I can get over from here.
I'd eat snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. Let's see if we can get around these rocks. This might work right here. No, it's not going to work. I think on the survival part of the game, you can get across there. How about over here? Wow, that is a big drop. Okay, there's the suitcases and the tree that we climbed. So, I'm going to try to drop down here. Might get a sprain. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's like we were just here bringing Gwen. I think that was her name, wasn't it? Gwen. Brought Gwen across here. We may as well grab some food. We're so close to the cave. Okay, there's our pile of food. May as well eat up. And how are we doing for water? Let's get a drink. Okay. It's not as heavy as I thought we'd be. Let's get our gun out. What's the time? Oh, it's still pretty early. Sounds like the weather is changing, though. How's our water? I probably could drop some. 3 liters. Let's get a drink. No, we're not thirsty. Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna drop down to Draft Dodger's cabin. Looks like the weather's changing. We're getting cold. It's not that far away though, but I don't know what we're gonna find there. We might have an encounter, maybe a struggle or something. I really don't know what to expect. If we get too cold, we could find a place to shelter and just make a fire. Wonder if Molly's watching us, and how does she see us? How does she track us? Clear across the island. She must be out there with binoculars behind the trees. Wonder if she might be one of those tree talkers. She's got her secret network of places to go. Okay, I'm going to see if we can sneak across this way. I think we tried this before. It's a big drop-off, isn't it? Okay, that is the cabin right there, I think. That's where we want to go. Yeah, there's our cabin. Last time I tried to come up here, we were surrounded by wolves. So that's why I'm sticking to the cliff here. Just trying to get away from any potential wolves. Anyway, I think this is where... Wait, is that a wolf? There's a wolf straight ahead. 2 wolves. Dang it. At least we don't have a sprain. Let's see if I can sneak past them and get to this cabin without being seen. If they do see me, I'm just going to make a run for it. But yeah, I was really trying to avoid those guys. He's so close. They seem bigger than the normal wolves. There must be somebody inside. They are patrolling this like they've got somebody cornered inside the cabin.
I can't feel my feet.
Alright, we are cold. Let's get inside. Is anybody here? New location discovered. Draft Dodger's cabin. New objective. Search the cabin. Okay, I'm just making sure nobody's here. We can put our gun away. And it's nice we have a bit of shelter from those wolves. Wait, what is this? That looks like a new book. Local Legends. Ghost Stag. Oh, that sounds cool. A book with details about a special creature thought to inhabit a local farmstead. Cool, let's take a look. Long battered by harsh winters and isolation, Pleasant Valley residents often sought refuge and comfort in nature. A favorite pastime was standing watch for a legendary stag, which the older locals claimed could bring about a special insight. That is, if you could ever find the wild creature. Whether it was the mysterious animal itself or the very act of peaceful observation which brought this new awareness to light, no one rightly knows anymore. Okay. Is there a new objective? Yes, new objective. Go to the Ghost Stag's clearing. That sounds really fun, actually. I'd like to find out about the ghost stag. The stag, of course, being the patronus of Harry Potter. So his dad could transform into a stag with the nickname of Prongs. His dad had that nickname because he could transform. Okay, so work boots. Anything else we need? We got some water here. I'll take it for now. Probably drop it before we leave the cabin here. I don't think we need more leather. Although I could fix up our boots to 100%. Got a revolver cartridge. Nice. We need every bullet we can get, it seems. Try to keep these wolves away. Got another energy drink.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, we've got a newspaper clipping. Newspaper report regarding the stolen church artifact. Stolen from the church at Thompson's Crossing, the artifact was gifted to the parish by a prominent local landowner decades ago, according to Father Thomas, the local parish priest. Although its monetary value is considerable for members of our church, it is a spiritual matter as well, he said. Okay. Some kind of valuable artifact, but also holds a lot of sentimental value to the parish, it sounds like. Undelivered letter, a piece of old paper, neatly folded. My Cindy. What now, honey? No cash, nothing coming. I had to do something. Everyone's gone. I don't know where this ends, but I'm sorry either way. Things up above on the ridge, in that empty basement. Maybe we can trade it for a way out of here. Sam. Oh, okay. Is that where we just were? Do we have to go back up there, maybe? New objective, go to Skeeter's Ridge basement. Well, I wonder if we can get up the rope to get up there. We could dump all of our loot here and come back for it. Of course, we do have those wolves outside right now. Alright, I'm going to take a minute and fix up our boots to 100% if I can. They're currently at 87. And yeah, what do we do about these wolves? Yeah, so I'm going to drop as much as we can here. Nice, so we're back to 100%, which means now I can let's grab the leather off of these. Let's harvest this. So we get 2 pieces of leather from harvesting this one, but the other ones only gave us 1. Yeah, so we got 2. Interesting. Okay, well, let's use this drawer. Actually, we'll use the other drawer. I don't want to mess with those jeans. Let's use this drawer. We're going to unload a bunch of items that we don't need, like the firewood. I'm going to leave 2 pieces of coal. Well, let's do 3. 3 pieces of coal. We'll leave 3 sticks here. I don't need all these matches. Let's leave the book of matches here. And then we need to leave the food. I'm going to keep some antiseptic with us, just in case. Although we do have the old man's beard. Maybe I'll leave that here. We don't need all these Go energy drinks with us at the moment. Okay, 5 bandages. I probably do need the bandages if we get attacked. All this food we don't need. Guess that's too full. Alright, let's go to the next container. Oh, we got so much food. Maybe we don't need all of it. Alright, I am going to use this drawer after all. I imagine we probably have enough food now to complete our objective. So we are lightweight. I should be able to make it to the top of the rope now. No. Alright, let's drop the jerry can. Okay, that's probably good as far as weight goes. Let's see if we can make it up this rope. There should be a rope here. Alright, wolves, where did you go? Alright, is there a rope up here? No sign of the wolves? Thought I heard something there for a second. I hear something. There's a wolf over there. It sounds so close. I didn't even see. Is there a rope here? I was too busy looking for wolves. I really hope there's a rope. No rope here. It might be farther. Might be farther down. Or maybe we have to go all the way around. I don't know. Either way, I need to remember I've left all that loot. Oh, here they come. No rope. I can try to get up high, maybe. That might affect their pathing to me. Can I get up on a rock or something? Okay, looks like you found a way. Dang it! I got a sprain. There you go, wolf. We broke off the attack. Okay, I did get a sprain. Let me check that. Sprained wrist. At least we can run. Man, I'm tired of these wolves. I hope we get enough bullets to take care of them. Big bad wolf. Not so bad anymore, are you? Okay, well, I don't need to be up on the ridge now. We scared that other wolf away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to walk all the way around. And climb back up. It's really a shame they don't have that rope there. That would make things so much easier just to go straight up the rope. Okay, guys, I don't think we've been here yet. We're heading back to Skeeter's Ridge, and we've come across the car crash. New location discovered. Point of disagreement.
What have we here?
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Be interesting if we find a note or something that kind of explains what went on here. But at any rate, it's nice to take a little break out of the cold. Do a little bit of looting. I will take the cloth. I don't need the hat. Did I check this trunk? Yeah, I did. Nothing back here. Looks like we've got another body. Did these guys get in a fight? Got a new pry bar.
This'll come in handy.
100%. Okay, I'll probably drop the one we have. I'm going to leave the flare. Okay, I'm going to drop the extra pry bar. And then we'll continue on our way. We're very close. We'll just keep going straight ahead. Should take us to the plane wreck. Okay, we made it back to Skeeter's Ridge. Let's get inside the basement. Alright, where did they hide this thing? New objective. Search behind the loose boards in the basement. The loose boards, huh? Wonder what loose boards they're talking about. Do we need to break these down? Loose boards. Church artifact. An old, finely crafted cross. Museum-worthy in its quality. Wow. It's a shame they took that, huh? Read the text. An old, finely crafted cross. Museum-worthy in its quality. Alright.
Bring you home.
New objective. Return the artifact to the church. Okay, we can do that. Checking the time. Looks like the sun is setting. I wonder if we can make it back to the other little cabin before it gets dark. That's all the loot I just left, isn't it? Okay, let's get our gun out. I'm going to try to make a run for it. We'll see if we can get back to our cabin. So in the survival game, there are some ropes you can climb back here. I don't think they would be here, though. So we didn't see the ropes. I'll take a look, though. Let's see. We're not heavy. Kind of a rarity these days, isn't it? There's a rope. I wonder if I just missed it. I went the wrong direction. Can I climb with a sprained wrist? I can take care of that. Okay. So, do we need a rope here? I think this is where we need the other rope. There's a cave back here. Maybe there's another rope. Is this a little cave? No, it's just a little alcove. We are missing a rope. Wonder if we can still get down somehow, though. There's the cabin right there, guys. That is strange. Why is there a rope missing? And how do we get down? There's a little ledge right there we could come down. Let me see if I can get over to it. Alright, can I get up this? Yes. This might be just what we need to get down.
I'm starving.
There's the dead wolf we shot. Ooh, a little tricky right here. Alright, we made it. That other wolf can't be far. He's probably not scared anymore. Don't see him. Maybe he ran off. Well, I think we made the shelter just in time. A storm is blowing in, seems like. Yeah, so there is supposed to be a rope right here. I don't know where the rope is, though. Nice, we made it back safely. It is getting late. Sun is going down. Let's get some food. We'll eat the dog food. We'll save the good stuff for the survivors. That should be enough. All right, let's eat this. This may not even be enough food to fill us up. Yeah, actually it should. It probably should be enough food. And if we get sick, we do have some pills we can take before we go to sleep here. Nice. Let's get a drink. How's my equipment? 81%. I wouldn't mind getting my gun in good shape. Especially with all these wolves that are out. And the bear. 93%. We'll do one more. Then I'm going to check the condition on our revolver. 99%. That's good. We can drop these extra cans. I'm going to take a step back away from our loot there. Okay, 86% on the revolver. Every bullet counts when it comes to these wolves. I would hate to have a misfire and then get attacked. Been using our guns a lot. 98%. I'll do one more. There we go. 100% revolver. Love it. Now we're in the dark. I don't want to leave the cabin. I need the bed. Guess I could get out my... There it is. Right there. Let's get a drink one last time. We'll sleep for, I don't know, maybe 11 hours? Let's try that. I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning everybody. Looks like the sun is just barely coming up. I might climb back into bed. Just to wait until the daylight comes, or we could craft a couple mushrooms. Looks like the sun is climbing. So today we're going to take all this loot back to Thompson's Crossing. Looks like the sun still isn't quite up yet. Let me get out our lantern so I can see. Alright, there's the exit. Oh, beautiful. We caught the sunrise. Beautiful morning.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
Yeah, way to go, Astrid. Stars are fading. Sun is coming up. New day on a new adventure. Well, guys, if you made it this far into the video, I would like to say thank you so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please take just a minute, press the like button. Leave a comment if you would. Love to hear from you. Hopefully you're already subscribed so you don't miss out on the adventure. But most importantly, guys, I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care.
Thank you.